Só que fazia dias que ela tava aí, mas eu não sabia. Eu acho que eu descobri que nem éramos a vida. Salve, salve, rapaziada. Bora, dali, que dali, chega, chega. Não, não, pode ficar tranquilo. Eu vou lá pro Silverpix farmar o urso. A tua é cabeção mesmo. Ou vou caçar o urso hoje. Hoje sim. Caçar urso hoje. Faz dias que eu não vou mais lá caçar urso, então é a hora de. Silver Reed G-Pix. Cada caçar os ursos, porque eu não fui mais, cara, caçar urso. Eu acho que o teu deve estar. Vai caçar o horário pareio ou vai botar direto no horário do urso?
Por quê? É pra me jogar aberto ou como é que cada um chama?
Não, sabe? Quero farmar urso agora. Se tu quer pra caçar aí. O horário do urso é das 3 da tarde às 3 e meia às 8 da noite. É o horário dele. Gravadeira doida, rapaz. Eu vim nascer aqui nesse. Te cuida que tem um posto bugado. Se tu der TP nele, tu vai. Cara, vai cair, ter uma queda sem fim, vai ficar umas 3 horas caindo, vai ter que sair do jogo e entrar de volta. Eu não sei, mas se tu tá com os que tu pegou o save atualizado, meu. Tem uma barraca bem na frente do posto, tu não vai saber já. Qual o posto que é? Ixi, eu também tenho missão pra fazer nessa tranqueira aqui ainda. É. Já matei 2 ursos diamante aqui depois que eu comecei a farmar o Great One. 2 ursos diamante, mano. E tem um bisão diamante, eu nem sei onde é que tá o bisão, mas tem. Um bisão diamante aqui. São 9 da manhã, eu vou fazer essa missãozinha que até chegar o horário dando uma tirinha aleatória. Se eu acho minha live.
The gear is in here. I packed it into a couple of backpacks. It shouldn't be too heavy.
Lascar, rapaz. Ó, agora aqui tá aparecendo pra mim, ó. Gosto da leve. E aí? Viu que morreu o gordo? Não, o Jô Soares. Demais. Pois é, rapaz. Loucura, né? E a família não deixou o médico botar no coisa lá a causa da morte, nada. E nem o motivo da internação. Frescura do caramba, em vez de botar o cara saber pelo menos do que foi, né? É, foi de doença, porque fazia uma semana que tava internada, né? Pois é, cara.
Tracks are my go-to source for insight into animals in the reserve. Species, number, mood. You can learn a lot about them before you've ever spotted anything.
O que tu quer, Fê? É biscoitos. Por quê? Biscoitos.
Eu sei que é formaram.
You got everything? There's a good rock face nearby that Sammy can use to teach her beginners. If I recall correctly, you also have some mountain climbing experience. I get it. Those mountain goats aren't easy to catch. There's some good anchoring points at the top of the rock face. If you can get those ropes nice and secure, it'll save Sammy some time and help the class.
Não viu nada ainda. Não viu nada ainda. Tem uns lugares que só vai ver o urso macho. Tem uns lugares que só tem urso macho.
Truth be told, I've wanted to start an extreme sports group here for a long time, but the old chairman of the board pushed back against anything that wasn't hunting. He was very old-fashioned, though. The patriarch of the Simpkins Electronics Empire. He even forced his vegan animal rights activist son, Timothy, to come with him on hunting trips to Africa. Accused the activist of brainwashing his son. The family reputation around here dropped quite dramatically when my dad caught Timothy drinking and dealing drugs inside the reserve. Simpkins actually used his power on the board to keep my dad quiet. But the next time my dad caught Tim in the reserve, he wasn't just dealing drugs. He had been poaching. Dad called it in without even telling Simpkins Sr. Of course, he was furious. Tried to get my dad fired, actually. But all credit to the board. They stuck with my old man. All these changes I want to make will hopefully account for the loss of the Simpkins' money and influence. That looks great. I doubt I could have done a better job myself. Don't let the ropes down. We don't need them getting all tangled up. This is just the start, too. I'm proposing snowboarding and extreme skiing for the winter. I've got some friends who I'd love to invite over to shoot some videos. Could be fun, don't you think? I really appreciate your help with this one. It's been an uphill battle to get to this point, and I'm disappointed that I can't be there to run the classes myself. Anyway, if the rappelling goes well and makes a little money, I think the old folks on the board will start to come around. If I'm being honest, I have a lot invested in the classes going well. There's still some people on the board who are friends with the old chairman, and it seems pretty clear that they don't like me proposing new ideas. Anyway, I'll let Sammy know that we're good to go. I trust her to take care of it. Hey, so listen. There might be a situation going on at the moment, and I could really use your help to check it out. It's not just gold and silver mining that took place out here. Even more recently, there was a working uranium mine in the area. When the reserve was established, we took responsibility for keeping it safe. Anyway, the old uranium mine is very rarely a problem. But recently, it appears that one of our neighbors, a guy I went to school with actually, has been spotted camping out around the mine. His name's Bobby Joe Jefferson. He's normally just a nuisance, driving his quad bike around and setting up little shooting ranges with tin cans. He makes the deer and turkeys extra skittish, so the hunters hate him. Can you head over to the mine and see what's going on? He's allowed to hike and camp there, but I don't want him going anywhere near the entrance itself.
Pegou agora? Sim, mas pegou agora? tá bem quietinha, medo de errar o tiro. Mas é malandra. Se erra, nem ia falar nada. Nossa, 4,50. Quase deu. O piruzinho veio voando e sentou na minha cara. Dei uma pelotaça nele. Quase deu Dima. Oi, filho. E vovó?
Vó vai dormir agora.
Tu arrumou, botou uma coberta quente lá naquela cama? Sim. Como é que eu perguntei? Tem que botar uma coberta quente. Tá louco, rapaz? Deu uma esfriada de ontem pra hoje. Ele chover, que é o que eu tava precisando, desse uma chuva por causa da grama, cara. Foi plantado, trocado a grama do jardim. Tem que dar uma chuva, daí o tempo limpou e esfriou, cara. Quem sabe? Ah, caralho. Não tá trolando mais os animais tanto que nem tava uma vez. Pietrinho. Coquinho, o que foi que você tá brabo aí? Hã?
Okay, first things first. Let's make sure that the mine itself is still secure. A trail camera? I've
Oi,
used these for
filho.
work and for hunting before.
Que?
This one shouldn't be here, though.
A mãe, você foi pra lá com a Tata? Mas que coisa, meu Deus do céu. Ah,
Another trail camera. Bobby Joe doesn't have a permit to hunt here. Is he
cadê teu
poaching?
Bibi? Onde tá o
This
Bibi
looks
teu?
intact, at least. That's gotta be a
Hey.
good sign.
Onde tá teu Bibi?
I don't really understand what's
Hopefully
going on
that's
with
the last
cameras, but at
Pick
least
him up
the
and I'll put
entrance
him in
is
our lost
secure.
and found when I can take him from
Let's
you.
go find his camp, shall we?
É.
It was actually Remy
A
that called this
mamãe,
one in.
a mamãe se
He
foi
doesn't
pra
know who
lá.
Bobby Joe is,
Oh, meu Deus do
but I
céu.
knew who it was as soon as Remy described him.
Você quer vir com o papai? É. Meu papai vai te pegar. Olha o cachorro, você viu o cachorro? Olha o cachorrinho, olha o cachorrinho do papai. Olha, olha o cachorrinho, olha ali, ó. Ah, você quer esse aqui? Ó, é a Bibi. Dá-me bolas. Ó. O Ayrton tá jogando farm hoje. E o capitão? O Ayrton tá jogando farm hoje. Ah. Se ele descobrisse que tu tava aí, rapaz do céu, de vez em quando ele perguntava de ti. Não, filhinho.
That looks like his camp. Any sign of him? Rifle cartridges. that's not good news. Binoculars? Maybe he was hunting. That's our sign. Pick it up, would you? A journal. Uranium mining. Maybe this will show us why he's out here. I'll be honest. I never credited Bobby Joe with this much imagination in high school. Replant the sign, and we're done here for now. You know what makes this extra weird? He actually has done some detective work. Enough to convince himself to camp here.
Cara, tem um cara que tá sempre lá no canal do Zé, cara. O que? Depois? Agora não, depois. Ele tá farmando o veado vermelho, cara, pra pegar o Great One. Cara, ele pega uns 4 diamantes por dia do veado vermelho. É, eu nunca vi igual. O que, filho? Ah, depois. Pode ser depois? Come essa que você tem primeiro, depois o pai te dá outra, tá bom? Não faz assim. Ai, ai, ai. Ô. Mamãe já vem. Mãe já vem.
The sign's back up? Great. This mine has never been a problem before, but let's not take any chances. Me and my dad have been dealing with Bobby Joe for years, but this is new. I know he's a nuisance, but I always felt sorry for him. He had a pretty tough upbringing. I don't want to call the police, but I have to. He's armed and known for making poor choices.
Tá bom assim agora, chorão? Só que tem que estar com as duas mãos ocupadas. Uma só não tá bom. Rapaz, o bichinho, cara. Nunca vi igual.
It would appear that it's not just the neighbors that are making questionable calls today. Sometimes folks from the city will drive out here to get away from work or their personal lives or whatever happens to be bothering them. The problem is that sometimes, quite often actually, people
Pega o
wander
biscoito.
into the
Não larga no
wilderness
chão o
without a clue
biscoito.
of how to survive if things go wrong.
Que coisa.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. And based on a couple of phone calls I've had from the hospital today, I think that someone has made a mess and could use some help. I was going to check in on them myself, but I
Traz
need to
aqui pro
coordinate
papai o
with the police on
biscoitinho.
this Bobby
Traz.
Joe thing. And you're already really close by. Can you head over to the campgrounds nearby and check in on them? The phone calls were sporadic at best. As far as I can tell, this professional yoga and meditation expert has led a group of accountants from Denver into the wilderness on some sort of spiritual retreat. She took their cell phones away from them and had them eating wild flowers and berries. Some of them got sick and have gone directly to the hospital. I know that we're not the reason why this happened, but it could look very bad for us if anyone gets seriously hurt. I'd appreciate if you'd hustle and check it out.
Tá comendo agora? A tua mãe foi dormir na cama da minha mãe. A
E aí,
Milena foi
menino?
dormir na cama de baixo e a mãe de cima. E no quartinho da Milena.
Como é que é?
A tua mãe foi dormir na cama da minha mãe.
Ah,
A Milena na cama de baixo.
ah.
E minha mãe na cama de cima.
E aí, seu Dias? Tá o ouro.
Tá dando bolacha pra ele, tá botando tudo no chão.
Vem aqui.
Aqui, ó.
Ele não queria ficar aqui, e o único jeito que eu achei pra ele ficar aqui foi isso aí. Lá, ó. Pega lá. Pega.
That's weird. I expected a lot more activity here. They said they were bringing 20 people. Where is everyone? Is the leader in her tent? She goes by Jem. Jem Bodden.
Tem.
Can you hear the phones ringing? I guess we know where she hid them then. This is an absolute disaster. A bunch of poisoned accountants and a lone woman climbing a non-specific mountain. Next time someone tries to run a retreat out here, I'm gonna make them hire a professional guide.
Vai levar o Pietro de
She counts if he managed to meet her at the top of a mountain. I'm going to send someone to make sure they got back to their cars safely. This is exactly the sort of thing I find myself fighting uphill against. It's hard to get going when stuff like this keeps...
Onde que tá essa porcaria desse telefone tocando?
Okay, first things first. We need to figure out where Bodden's gone.
Tem telefone
I'll try to reach some
tocando,
of the
preciso
accountants
saber
back
onde
at the
é que tá.
hospital. Maybe they can help. I get the distinct feeling that she hasn't packed hiking boots or proper equipment for a climb. Maybe she'll turn back soon. I'll let you know if I hear anything, okay?
Entra aqui. No percurso.
Olha que eu tô fazendo.
Foi por pouco.
Today continues to throw up challenges for us. I have another job for you, and this one is urgent.
O nenê.
We received a call
Não
from
pode
one
ver
of our
nada que ele
neighbors,
pega, né? Ele
Norman,
pegou o telefone da mulher,
asking if
escapou
we'd
da
seen
mão
his
dele e
dad,
caiu em cima
a
do
longtime
negócio.
friend
Quase
of the
foi pro chão.
reserve. Apparently, he's gone missing and he's taken all the family camping supplies with him. Around the same
Papá.
time, two hikers reported to us that they spotted a single old man laden down with gear, heading into a part of the reserve that is known for its bears.
Enquanto
When
iniciativa
they asked him if he
do
needed any
TED.
help,
Enquanto
he
TED.
politely
Inscrição na
declined and kept
foto
walking.
do TED. Nossa.
Their description matches old Ted perfectly.
missão é pra ser
Short
por
white hair, green rain slicker, and brown leather boots. No gun. I'm trying to get a hold of Norman, but he said that he'd make
Bateu
some
o
more
quê?
calls
Bateu o
just in case
coco?
Teddy's gone to visit friends.
Viu? Você não cuida, não
I'm
pode.
just
Tem que
getting
cuidar
his
pra não
voicemail
bater
at
o
the
coco.
moment.
É você
While I
bater o
sort
coco.
this out, can you head over to where the hikers saw him and try to follow old Teddy's trail? He knows his way around here,
O quê?
so I have no
Quer
idea
mais
why
papá?
he'd wander into bear country.
É mais papá?
Só um pedacinho. Daqui a pouco começo a dar pedaço de baixo no chão. Ai.
Hã? O que ficou show, menino? Ah, desse jeito que vocês fazem as coisas, fica fácil fazer.
Bora. Bora.
Faz na marra pra ver se dá. Oi.
Acho. Bora, coisa.
Bora que bora, galera. Deixa aquele likezão aí. Não é seguidor, segue nós pra dar aquela moralzinha. Faz a boa. Não custa nada, não gasta dinheiro. Compartilha nossa página aí. Bora, Dias. Vai lá, compartilha com teus amigos lá, Dias. Seja humilde. Sim, velho. Credo. Mas o que que tem? É a mesma coisa. É só seguir eu lá e já era. Então. Mano, por isso mesmo, não precisa tu compartilha de lá, tu compartilha no teu Facebook, meu filho. Sabia dessa, não? Vai lá e bota pra compartilhar, daí tu compartilha no Facebook. Simples, molezinha assim. Nossa senhora, eu juro que eu achei que era um leão que tava rosnando aqui na minha frente agora, cara. Essa abrida de boca aí. Ah, vai te lascar, tu quer jogar até mais tarde. Não, moço, mas tem que saber que eu não pude entrar antes, não adianta. Ah, vai lá e toma um choppzinho gelado que passa. Hã? Ah, por isso que tu tá assim então. Encheu a cara, né? Bibi? Você quer mais, papá? Mas tu tem um... Tu não tem bucho, gurizinho. Tu tem uma tripa sem fundo. Tu tá doido. Eu também tomei, eu e a mulher tomemos 1 litro de chopp agora há pouco. Agora há pouco não, na hora da janta. É. Como é que é? Nós pegamos o rastro desse urso fêmea que tá berrando. Fazer mais essa missão que depois eu vou caçar urso. Não quero nem saber. O que tu quer de novo, rapazinho? Tu não vem com querer mais coisa. Valeu aí, capitão. Mas tá cedo, cara.
That's the place. You found where the hikers spotted him. That's good news. Listen, I got a hold of Norman and he's on his way out here.
Valeu.
But he's a couple of hours drive away. I told him that we were looking for his dad. Norman's really worried. He thinks that Ted has had a breakdown. Ted's wife, Jeannie, died a couple of weeks ago, and since the funeral, Ted hasn't been himself. The family were giving him as much space as they could, but now they're worried that he's fully isolated himself and he's made some bad decisions that have led him here. Norman took a trip to visit him, but when he arrived, Ted was gone and so was his car. Norman remembers his dad saying that he
É
proposed
só
to
fazer a
Jeannie during a
máquina e
trip to
colocar
Silver
em
Ridge
cima
Peaks
das
45 years
pedras
ago.
que tem que gera o petróleo, é.
That whole region is a beautiful valley.
Hã?
Nobody goes out there unarmed while the bears are roaming around.
Claro que faz.
It might be a long shot, but can
que
you
te
gear up
falou
with
que não
whatever you
faz?
need and head into bear country as soon as possible?
Tem umas
If
pedras ali.
Ted's looking for
Não,
where he
tem umas
proposed
pedras que é
almost a half a
específica
century
pra isso
ago,
daí.
I just hope he finds it before the bears find him. I'll mark the
A
beauty
hora que
spot
nós
on
ir
your
lá
GPS.
na minha coisa, lá eu vou te
Be
mostrar.
careful in those parts. Keep your rifle handy at all times.
Hã? Cara, tem umas pedras aí que ela é específica. Ela parece que ela não existe ali. Tu tem que colocar uma máquina em cima dela. Só que eu não sei como é que é essa máquina do petróleo. Coloca a máquina em cima, ela gera sozinha. Ah. Não, não é na ilha não. Eu sei, tem 4 lugares que eu sei, só que eu ainda não consegui construir a máquina ainda. Mas tu precisa de tanto petróleo assim pra quê? Pra que precisa de tanto petróleo assim? Mas vai lá no... Cara, vai lá lá na coisa lá onde tem fogo, lá tem uns lugares lá que tu coleta petróleo. Bastante, por sinal. Nem todo jeito que tu tá jogando é molezinha coletar lá. Se os bichos não te matam, não... Capaz, se fosse... Ah, bom. Mas assim mesmo dá pra ir, é só tu pegar um... Só que tem que ser bem rápido lá.
O que foi? Não dá pra tomar sempre isso ali.
This is the beauty spot. But he's gone. There's no sign of an encounter. But look, Ted was definitely here.
Como que eu vou achar que tu é besta? Que história é essa? Que história é essa de achar que tu é besta? Não entendi mais nada agora.
Ted and Jeannie, 1978.
O que que você quer?
I can't
Tu quer
even
mais
imagine what's
comida?
going through his head at the moment.
Tu tem
My
certeza,
dad and I
Pedro?
used
Tu é
to
mais...
talk
Tu
about men
parece
who
o
would seek
Pedro,
their
rapaz.
solace in nature.
Só pensa em comer?
He told me that if he didn't have my mom or me around, he'd
Olha
eventually
ali, ó,
just
seu
started
jaguar.
living
Tá
out
botando
here.
as coisas fora, ó.
I didn't believe him
Olha
at
lá,
first,
ó.
but as I've grown older, it makes more sense to me. He's running from the pain he's feeling. Out there, he doesn't need to think about anyone or anything else. He can just be alone. Norman will be here soon. I told him that his visit will include a trip to bear country, so he's got a rifle to protect himself. I'll point him to his dad's old camp for now. It makes most sense for that to be where Ted will come back to whenever he's ready. There's no tracks for you to follow, and while I don't like the idea of him wandering around, Ted clearly wants to be alone out here. I might have a lead on our missing yoga instructor. Sammy was driving home after the rappelling lesson, and she heard something that could be Ms. Bodden. She had pulled over to look under the hood of her car, and she swears she heard a scream from the woods nearby. And I asked her if it could have been an animal noise, but she seemed pretty insistent that it was a woman's scream. I know it's nothing solid to go on, but it could be what leads us to her. Can you check it out? I'll mark the spot on your GPS. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, this is bear country. Sure, they're normally quick to turn tail and run, but they're extremely aggressive if their cubs are nearby. It's time for maximum caution. Can you hear that? It's like a horn or something. Can you hear that? It's like a horn or something. An air horn app? I've heard of people trying to scare away bears and cougars with real-life air horns. Personally, I've never really trusted using sound to scare off a bear. Not permanently, at least. There's no sign of her, is there? If she tried to hide from a bear up a tree, she found out pretty fast that bears are great climbers. Well, that's the contact number I had for her. Cell phone service can be really poor out there, though. Still, she was here. Maybe she threw the water bottle in her phone to give herself a chance to escape. Are there any more clues? Check out the bear markings on that tree. A bear! Be careful! I'm sorry to send you in there, my friend. I know you can handle a black bear, but that doesn't make it okay. Dad would never have put his people in this position. I have to be smarter. It just seems like every problem lands at once, you know? I'm trying to improve the reserve, but things keep getting in the way. Look, I'm really grateful that you've been able to help me out. If it had been me out there, things could have gone a lot worse. The important thing is Baden's safety, right? Are there any signs of where she went? Those look like fresh footprints. She made it out of there, heading west. Still, now she has no phone and no water bottle. Okay, got it. Not far from where you are, we have the old funicular railway. It's pretty big, and it's a tourist attraction. If Baden sees it, then maybe she'll head towards it to look for help. At the bottom of the track, there's an old shed that she could try to shelter close to. It's not much, but it's a start. Given how badly things have gone for her so far, I can only hope that she's not still planning to climb a mountain. I'm going to give the accountants another call at the hospital. See if they can't help us work out where her head is at.
Looks like someone forgot their bear deterrent. Mind you, if you're caught unaware, it might not help. I'll never forget the time I was hunting elk with a group of friends, and a 1,200-pound grizzly came in hot from 30 yards out. Some of us had bear spray, but the wind was too strong to use it. The only reason we made it out alive is because the bear got confused when all 6 of us split up. It was like something out of a movie.
pegar os parafusos.
What the hell has happened here? It looks like the bears have been using the shed as a latrine and a scratching post. I'm meant to be taking a potential investor to tour the reserve this week. She cannot see this. Baden's not here. There's no sign of her. And I still can't get through to the accountants. They've left the hospital and don't have their cell phones. Can you put the shed back together and tidy things up a bit? I hate to do this, but there's no way I'm gonna make it out there before the tour. It might be from a bear, but why would they come here? I don't see bears tearing that off. It's probably still gonna smell pretty bad, but at least it's not covered in bear scat. Bears tend to stay away from humans, and we never kept anything that would attract them inside that shed. Are there any tracks nearby? The place looked fine when I was here last week. That's unexpected. The public don't tend to drive to the funicular, and if it was one of the staff, they'd use quad bikes. This looks like it was left by a car or a truck. I think someone has vandalized our property. It doesn't make a lot of sense, though. Why would anyone come all the way out here to do this? Maybe bored teenagers? I pulled some stupid pranks when I was young, but none involved ferrying around a bunch of bear scat. Given that this has happened to the shed, I'm a little worried about the railway itself. It's a unique tourist site, over 100 years old. It leads all the way up to Prosperity, the reserve's ghost town. It used to be home to the miners who came out here during the Silver Rush. I think it's a little creepy, but tourists like it. Would you check the track out, please? I would feel a lot better knowing it's okay.
No.
Hein? Desce. Foi. Então. Eu faço favor, eu não. Olha lá, papai. Tá. Papai. Foi. Valeu. Ó, pra fazer uma. Tem uma madeira dele.
What? What's going on with the rail? Torn up? As in removed? How did they even...
É?
It's just been ripped out of the ground.
Papai?
Gone. This would have taken a crew and equipment. This isn't teenagers with too much time on their hands. This is the sabotage of one of our irreplaceable attractions. I need some pictures. I'm gonna send them to the police. I'm on hold with the sheriff's office. Then I think I need to call my dad. Since it appears that someone is trying to sabotage the reserve, I need you... Hello, yes, Sheriff Cole, please. I need you to head up to the ghost town and see if they've done any damage there. I'll check in later. Jerry, hey, thanks for picking up so fast.
debaixo das cobertas, não dá nem pra ver o narizinho dela. Vou deixar a luz do corredor acesa. Piano, né? Vai quanto tá a temperatura? O jogo? Aí, negra.
I spoke with the sheriff. He's as confused as I am, but he's gonna send someone over to take a look. Let me know when you get to the ghost town. I've got a heavy feeling in the pit of my stomach. They've been here as well. Damn it! They've gone from vandals to poachers and mindless animal killers. This is escalating so quickly. Who would possibly want to do this? Some disgruntled former staff member? My dad and I haven't had any trouble with any of our staff, past or present. Can you take a look around? I want to know just how much damage these guys have done. If you find an animal, take a picture and send it my way, please. I'll save this for the police. Thanks. Good work. Got it. A third? Okay. Another one? How long did this take them, I wonder? Is that the last of them? Hopefully this is the only place. Was that a door opening? Are they still here? Be careful. We know they're armed. What's that sound? It's horrible. Those sounds, like animals dying. End hunting now. What? Is this some kind of activist? I don't buy it. I know we hunt animals, but making a quick, clean kill is paramount for us. Take a picture of the text and send it over. This was something else. Needless cruelty. All to send us a message. How the hell has this happened with the others? How did we go from thinking this was kids being a nuisance to armed poachers killing and torturing animals? The deputy sheriff is on her way over now. Listen, I don't think it's best for you to be chasing these people down now. They're armed, and they don't seem to care much for ethics or responsibility. I'd like you to get out of there, and the police will take over. There is actually one place where it's hopefully safe to send you, where you might find something that can help us. These people seem to know exactly how to hurt us. They've targeted our unique tourist spots and our animals. There's a fossil excavation site that I was planning to show our investor as well. It's abandoned just now as the college ran out of funding for the dig last year, but we've been keeping it safe for when they come back. It's basically just a shed and a hole, but it represents a good opportunity to interact with the local community and college. Tourists don't go there, but it's a big part of raising the reserve's profile in a way that doesn't involve hunting. Can you head over there and make sure everything is still locked up and secure? It's not good for our reputation if we can't protect a tiny dig site. I have an update for you. Since the sheriff's office are all discussing what's been going on up here, it turns out that they've been sharing notes. One of the deputies actually pulled over a truck just outside the reserve. The truck was hauling a short chunk of rail track and two big heavy railway sleepers. Turns out the driver runs some kind of historical museum out in Arizona. He claims someone called Mr. Green reached out to him and offered him a chance to take home some historic railroad. The driver was confused, but was keen to grab a piece of Gold Rush history, so he drove out to retrieve a piece yesterday. Said that he and his son had to cut it out with a saw and lift it with a crane. He had receipts for the whole plant rental and everything. Obviously, we had nothing to do with this exchange. So the question becomes, who on earth is Mr. Green? The cops were going to ask me about it, but the guy was adamant that it all been signed off by this Mr. Green. They just tried calling his number, and it's not recognized. They're going to get in touch with the truck driver and get back to me. You're nearly there. It's not much, but you'll recognize it when you see it. Okay, so at least the site itself hasn't been touched. What about the tool shed? They left an inventory, but there wasn't much in there. Just some digging tools and a rock saw. I knew it. Of course they've been here as well. They've taken something. The rock saw is missing. I looked them up and they're like $500 brand new. This one was used and old. I doubt it's worth much. It was pretty heavy too. Have a look around. I wonder if they drove up here to get it. Gotcha. Okay. So they're in a car or truck and they've been here recently. I've got a plan, but we're gonna need to act fast. Grab a photo of those tracks and send it to me. I'm gonna round up some of my friends. Stay on the line. so we're going to lock down the barricades for all of our roads. Nothing gets in or out. I've rounded up a few people to help, but I've got a gate I need you to lock up. First thing you'll need to do is grab a padlock. I keep one in the closest lookout tower to the gate. Once you're inside, look for a locker. That's the tower you need to check inside. Let me know when you've grabbed the padlock. Got the padlock? Okay. Your GPS will show you where to find the right gate. We're almost there. The other roads are all locked down. Just your gate left to close. One of my friends says he arrived at his gate just as a truck was leaving. He recorded the license plate, though. The deputy's gonna take a look. That's the gate. Close it and lock it shut. Great work. If the criminals are still inside the reserve, they're gonna need to go off-road to escape. I feel better. The police are working with us now, and we have taken steps to get things back on track. The deputies share my suspicions about this being the work of animal rights activists. Sure, we get the odd email from time to time. A few years ago, my dad narrowly avoided having red paint thrown all over him by someone who had come looking for trouble. There's a group called the Activists for the Protection of Animal Rights, APAR. They've sent us some letters in the past. Thing is, it's been all calm on that front recently. And if you want to target, why us? We're not high profile. Until recently, that was my biggest problem. Plus, the sounds on that tape will be with me for a while. I don't think the person who recorded them is likely to be sensitive to animal rights. One thing I do know is that this lockdown is going to hurt us. People will talk. And I know that there are people on the board who are already considering replacing me. I do have better news, though. One of the accountants got back to me about this meditation mountain that Baden was going to climb. She's ambitious, I'll give her that. She set her sights on one of our taller mountains, Mount Ursula. The police are in charge, so we have to take the back seat for a while. In the meantime, I'd like you to have another shot at finding Baden. She must be in a pretty rough state by now.
E beleza, paizão, beleza. Tentando dar uns tiros. Já tô quase parando já. Tarde, tá? Hora do beco. Entrar meio tarde hoje pra jogar. Umas 2 horinhas tá bom. Pra não perder o costume. Tava mais cedo e eu só o capitão, cara. O capitão entrou cedo no jogo. Eu não pude entrar cedo. A mãe tava aí. Na verdade ela tá aí, ela tá dormindo. Ela quase no horário de... Peguei e vim abrir o live, pô. Não deixar sem abrir. Tem que abrir pelo mínimo 1 hora, 2. Então não vou pegar o esquema aqui logo, vai demorar. E assim mesmo vai demorar ainda, eu acho. Dois pra cá aqui ainda. Ai, Simon Silva 02, salve. Tá salvado, meu guerreiro. Tá o sangue de um. Vou pegar esse aqui primeiro. Esse aqui deve ser o level 2. Esse é o level 3. Vou ter um level 2. Esse é um level 2. Esse aqui tá pro mural da vergonha. Isso, level 2, uma vergonha. Level 2, rapaz. Esse é o menor urso que eu já peguei nesse. Acho. mais uma olhada no... Esse aqui. Esse aqui é o lago do... Já peguei vários... 3 ursos lendários nele. Vamos ali dar uma zoiada. Fêmea tem. Sempre tem os machos. E já peguei uns 3 ou 4 míticos. 7, 6. Acho ainda tá indo lá. Matar eles, olha. Caçar a pica. Não sobrar nenhum. Entendeu? Bom. Fala, seu moço. Boa noite. Fala, querido. Bem? Para de mentir, rapaz. Quer falar? Fala a verdade. Fica mentindo pra mim. Sabe que mulher mente, né? Agora, pra agradar? Não acredito. Pouco melhor. Pouca coisa matou melhor. Pouca coisa matei aí. Não. Nem vou mais atrás, né? Nem vou ir mais atrás, porque não resolve nada, não vão descobrir. Tem o que se fazer mais. Você tá aí? Por aí. Por aí. Ele jogou com nós hoje. Tava aí jogando agora há pouco. E saiu, disse que tava cansado. Ele é o terceiro. Ah. Ele tá aí. Ah, já é o terceiro dia que ele vem direto jogar. Só que ele sai antes das 10 sempre. 10 horas ele tá zarpando. Eu falei pra ele, vamos jogar até mais tarde hoje, já é esse sábado. Não, tô cansado. Deixa eu voltando devagarinho até acostumar, porque se eu voltar muito ligeiro eu desisto de novo. Mas eu já falei disso hoje. Falei, o Ayrton, o Araújo sempre pergunta. O Ayrton, desde a da última vez que ele falou que tava com a cunhada doente, o Ayrton sempre pergunta. O Ayrton nunca tá. Hoje nós tava jogando, o Ayrton tava jogando farm. Não é só pratina. Tá doido. Parte. Faz parte do objeto. Objeto do objetivo. Faz uma vez aqui era cheio de urso, não tem mais urso. Os ursos estão em extinção. Tá em extinção os ursos. Amanhã eu acho que nós vamos conseguir jogar um pouco junto. Hoje não vai dar mais. É, do jeito. Fala, doutor. Como é que você tá? Você tá bom? Alô, alô? Alô, alô? Alô, alô? Jackson? Jackson? Mr. Jack. Sabendo nada de ontem. Alô? Até também te ovando. Não escutou nós falar, não. Mas qualquer coisa, fala pra ele que eu saí. Tava na minha hora. Não, cara, eu tô bem cansadão, velho. Deus me livre. Semana pra mim foi osso. Aqui bem forte. A mãe tá aqui também, não dá pra ficar até muito tarde, não. Fazendo barulho. Vai fartar oportunidades pra ficar mais. Alô, alô, alô?
Você ouve ou não?
Pega e joga fora esse teu headset. É só meu headset que tá ruim, o teu também tá. Eu tô te ouvindo bem? Mas é isso aí, menino. Pô. Não, cara, muito. O Julie. Não sei, cara, eu tenho que levar minha sogra na massagista. Não sei que hora vai ser. Provavelmente só à tarde, cara. Se der tempo ainda, não é certo. Mais certo é não. Mas valeu, Iraj. Um abração aí. Um abração pro Jackson.